Hey everybody, welcome to the Erothian Unofficial Spoiler Podcast, episode 4 of our back at it again, season 2 sort of thing. With me as usual, I've got well,
He's got me, Van Sexel. What's up, everybody?
hey, we have a guest today.
Hello, it's your true blue Aussie boy, VikingMagoo.
Let's go.
Yeah.
We finally got Viking going. First guest of season 2. Jake's gonna be a little bit Jake's gonna be a little bit jealous right now, but he can come on next.
I claimed it. I'm the first Aussie on. Let's go.
I think that's the first person that isn't from New Zealand or America on this one. So,
yeah, you're right. You're right. I forgot about that.
Representing my Aussie, getting it in there.
So,
everyone, we have only 2 episodes this week.
Yeah.
because Planeswalker or Kingswalker, as we were saying the other episode, is finished, and we're waiting for the next one to start up.
I'm excited to see what that series has in store for us, but we can talk about that a little bit later. Right now, we're just gonna get into Regicide first.
I had fun with Regicide,
and as usual, I'm going to not make this a thing every week because I just noticed it this week. Scott's numbering is still off. It's off by 2 episodes now because there are 2 session 8s. I looked yesterday when I was like, that doesn't seem right because I didn't change the number and I'm still correct.
Oh dear.
So, yeah.
Man's got a lot on his plate.
yeah.
Can give him a couple of numbers.
I think you're saying did 25 hours yesterday, so yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll give him a break about that. He'll figure it out when he starts uploading to YouTube again. So,
Yeah. In 3 months from now or something,
you're right.
He finally gets a break.
He's gonna be like, there's 2 session 4s.
Only 2? I thought there were 4 last time.
Yeah, true that.
No, that's Warmonger. There's 9.
So yeah, Regicide, where we have Orpheus and Rena leaving their little hideout, and John just joining up with them again and going, let's use this tunnel that Laszlo's told us about. It'll probably get us out of here quicker and with less being chased by Perrin. And someone got a mental messenger.
I was gonna say my favorite part about that was that whole dude acting awkward and talking about having grandkids to 2 strangers he has no idea about.
Yeah, so we had that nice long out of character discussion about the grandkids comment thing.
Oh dear.
I just feel bad for Rena. In game and out of game, dude.
That's real life right there. That Scott's bringing out of game life into this game. Just like, I play this game to escape, Scott. Come on, give me. I know it's the same name, but
Oh man. Meanwhile, Scott's over here trying to figure out when Rena and Todd are gonna have kids. That's why he
that's his subtle poking. Yeah. Poor Tyler's the substitute Todd,
And looking for that tunnel. And, well, they leave Rena to dig it out, and the other 2 stands nearby, arms crossed, what? Nothing suspicious is happening here? No.
Mhm.
You're imagining
Move
things.
along.
Look away.
Move along.
Yeah, move along.
Yeah.
And Yundus also gets one of those nagging parental calls in his head.
Yeah, dude.
It was tense for a bit.
I mean, I think everyone in chat realizes that that's like a mile radius that she's in.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So one of the at first, like the first time I watched it, because of the way Messi was behaving, I was like, "Holy shit! Did they plan this out? Like, is this like planned out?"
Nothing
I
with
felt
Messi is planned out.
I know.
Unless it's that
I
one
know, because
betrayal
I'm
of the
like,
Witcher.
it's at first.
And that was really beautifully planned out.
Yeah, that's true. Oh god, that was good. Oh dear.
Oh man.
Mm.
Yeah, man, that was such a good moment. But like to me, it just felt like he instantly knew who it was. And I was
Hmm.
like, oh, is this maybe 13 who has for some reason sitting in what is this, Jovencia or something? And then obviously it became more apparent that it was his mother, but still.
If I had to speculate where he is, he's either in the capital or he's in Bard where all the magic training is.
Yeah, yeah.
True.
I just thought that maybe he was in Jovencia for some reason. So but yeah, those
mean-
two options make more sense.
Yeah, like dude's 13, he can do whatever he wants, just snaps his fingers and is anywhere else,
Yeah.
so yeah. I was getting those vibes, but then as soon as like Scott started putting the mum tone on,
Yep.
I was getting flashbacks. I was like, no, mum, don't come into my room. No, leave me alone. God, no, I'm not awake. It's 10 o'clock, I know.
I know. I personally enjoyed the
So good.
little bit of investigating around that thing because they ran out of luck and asked a certain sound for luck that they shouldn't have.
The timing on that though was perfect.
It was
Like, hey
so
Steve,
good,
can we
dude.
have luck? Trump card. Just snap. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Tyler's just like, I think he may have already used them, like just as I drop it too.
yep.
They asked me for luck once before, and they got cursed. They probably should stop asking me for luck.
That's some bad juju, dude.
On mobile, I can't drop I can't go below Winifred's wisdom, because it just won't scroll for me. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't confirm a luck for you even if I wanted to.
You're stuck with the fun ones,
Yeah. I did stick them with a fun one, that's for sure.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yeah, so they got in and they had a fun time of do we put the bag of holding in the portable hole?
I was driving at that time and I was just gripping the wheel, sweating. I was going like,
Yep.
no, guys, no, stop, don't do it. Because don't they also have the bag, of holding
and I think
the
Scott
handy
forgot about that.
haversack?
Yeah, I think
Ugh.
Scott just forgot about the bag of holding because it was like
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, because once he said the haversack, I was like, wait, don't they also have a bag of holding?
They had at least one of each of those.
what? It better be all of them. Extra damage.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Kaboom. I mean, it wouldn't have been the first explosion underground.
Right?
Oh.
I mean, we'll get to that bit later, but I think they might be having people following them at this point.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think so too. But
So-
one quick thing came out of that little discussion Scott was having there about Rena jumping inside the portable hole was that he was saying, and I quote, "She can jump higher and further than Michael Jordan, is nowhere near as athletic as Michael Jordan." If you see right here on the notes, without Rena's armor, we confirmed yesterday that she's a 16 strength and at least a 12 dex. I don't think she ever confirmed her dex though. She's already better than Michael Jordan. Considering that
she did go from a +4 Constitution to a +1, which took the armor off though.
But he was talking about her jump height in strength or whatever. And considering that humans with no talent are around a 10, Michael Jordan should be anywhere between 12 and 14, which means Reyna is already better than him. So his comment made no damn sense.
Fair.
Yes, the 5th edition rules for jumping are a little absurd, but she can jump higher.
It's
Michael Jordan.
It's anime, you know. Yeah. Like Regicide is already becoming anime, like with the floating on ceilings and jumping around and stuff. It's like it's changed. The whole tone has become like, yeah, no, they're anime characters now.
Definitely.
There's no arguing.
Yep. But yeah. So that was my little rant about that whole situation. So
5e.
Oh man. So after Reyna basically jumps up out of the hole to stop Ophios from throwing the haversack inside, they devise a plan for them to be able to throw the haversack over on the other side with what's his name, Yondis. And Yondis is able to help them pull it out. But we could jump to the fun part because basically everything else was just them getting there.
A lot of checks.
Yeah.
A lot of mold defenses to get past.
Yeah, the mold was cool. I found that cool.
Oh, I bet it was.
Yeah,
yeah, pretty cold. Yeah.
I actually didn't know this.
See what you did there.
This kind of information about like brown mold in D&D. That's really freaking cool. I might steal that.
100%. They ever go to the Underdark, I'm taking it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's all sorts of them, like fungus and slime and things like that, all different freaking functions. So we'll get to see more of them probably.
When they meet the Nemesis, they're probably farming them, so... Right.
Yeah, there's probably a colony of those brown molds in each entrance.
Yeah, like a defense, 100%.
It's weird.
So, so they are traveling down the brown mold. And I think that's when Yondis finally recognized and realized what it was and its features, and immediately told the rest of the group, hey, let's not burn this because it's really dangerous.
This thing likes fire. You're going to make it grow big.
So then they continue to press on. I think Derek did ask them if they wanted to go back
several times,
and they were like, "Nah, we're
several
good.
Times.
We're just gonna be careful."
Several.
Yeah. He's like, "Nah, we're good. We're just gonna be careful and press through." They end up coughing up a lot of spores, causing themselves exhaustion, and things get worse from there.
Yeah. So, at least you're not hearing voices this time.
He might be out of that mile radius somehow. Like, he went. We don't know how far underground they are. We do know they're in the sewers, though. And then
going a mile underground. Look,
based on where she was,
the incline though as well. Like it's sewer incline, so it's like 1 to 100 or something like that. So like they wouldn't have been going down very far. So it could just be that.
You're right. Yeah.
The mum's just letting her boy, spread his wings a little bit. She called in. He didn't text back. It was like, oh, I guess. And now she's doing her own investigating.
Do you think her tracing is probably better than that elite guards? Like he hasn't recognized it yet because hers is such an advanced level. Because she can stop time.
Yeah. She's old.
Oh.
Oh man, I am like, this isn't gonna go well. Like,
Oh, dear.
I think we forget she can stop time, not just slow time. She stopped
Mhm.
time. I think the other guy slowed it.
Yeah,
Before.
because the glass in the
Oh.
window, it was stationary in the air. It wasn't even like falling slowly, like in in Momley when they fought, like, and they broke
Mhm.
out of the castle where it was like slowed down. Was that Momley?
Yeah, that was.
No, the one before Momley.
You're talking about the first town.
Yeah,
That was it's the one right after Addersville. It was
Yeah,
where Rena came
yep.
from.
Ed Lama.
There you go. Thank you.
yes.
It's,
But yeah, so he only slowed time, but she like completely stopped it. So if Ophios doesn't have any defenses against that, they are fucked.
But also Jonas was able to like push through it though. Like he was able to resist it to some
Mhm.
extent. So some good stuff on there. But anyways,
Yeah.
tangent.
We
yeah.
do a lot of tangents.
Oh,
anyway.
hell
So as they continue down the sewer, they end up coming across a giant poop monster, I guess. We can
Well,
describe
it
it
was
as.
Venus flytrap with tentacles.
But elephant sized.
Right.
The elephant.
Right.
Dumbo wanted his revenge.
Do we already go with the fact that they realized that there were gases
Oh,
there,
man.
probably the flammable kind?
Yeah, that was big foreshadowing
Oh yeah.
of what's to come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His once he was like, yeah, he hit me, so I'm gonna, and I was like, oh, okay, he's gonna use what the hell is it? That spell use
If you weren't thinking about Hellish Rebuke,
hellish rebuke.
Yeah.
They say it on last podcast all the time, so usually I can pick it up quicker. But anyway, yeah, he was gonna use hellish rebuke, and I was like, yeah, that's fine. And then they were like, wait,
No.
no, and I was like, why are they saying no? Oh shit, the gases.
oh, there's less gases now.
It's all burnt up.
Yeah. And like Tyler said, he got a chance to say to all those people that are telling him to get rid of Hellish Rebuke. Aha! In your face.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, hellish rebuke would be a good combo with what is that other spell he uses all the time?
Misty Step?
No, the it's the Aether one.
The one just picked up.
The one that
Radiant
causes cold damage.
Yeah.
Oh, Agatha's
Oh,
Shield of
Yeah.
Agatha.
Armor of Agathis. That's the one.
Armor. There you go. Thank you. But yeah, I think that would be a good combo. Use Armor of Agathis and then use Hellish Rebuke. Can you do that?
I wonder if it'd count though, because it's temporary health. You know, it's temp HP versus like real
Yeah.
HP. I feel like Daleric might, Scott might be like, yo, nah.
Because I thought it was as long as it hits, then you can use, or maybe it's as long as you take damage, then it's you can use Hellish Rebuke.
Looking it up.
Maybe we'll see, but it would be a good combo if you could.
Oh, definitely.
You know.
Yeah, creature that damaged you. There you go.
Yeah, so it would work.
Yeah.
I wonder why he never does his Hellish Rebuke on top of that. That's a lot of damage going through.
That's a lot of damage.
probably because it's 2 spells straight away, and he's only got
Yeah.
3. He's
Well,
only be doing it to one
Yeah,
person.
and he likes to teleport.
You could also, both of those would only be doing it to one person. So
Yeah, but that would have been good against.
against Lopa, sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be good for like boss fights, but he wants to like keep his avenues open, you know? Like that's what
Yeah.
Sickening Radiance is
Yeah.
for. That's a good AoE. It really helped him in that fight as well, like making that thing exhausted. Like Scott was not ready for that.
Yeah. That's what happens when you forget your player's spells.
Do it all the time. I'm just like, I set up this cool encounter. Nah, the banishment. Oh, damn it.
He said that to you. He was like, you guys are killing my monster too fast.
I mean, to be fair,
Oh,
the
man.
creature, while it's cool, like is it
For
two
the
legs?
fortune favored weapons.
Yeah, the fortune favored weapons too. But like the creature's
yeah.
what, like two legs, I think, not four, and like this huge mouth and tentacles, so it like looks really scary. But things a little
Yeah.
things weak, you know. CR5 against, what are they? They're level 9 now, right? Like that's
Yep. I feel like he was supposed to get them. He was just pushing
I
them
think
towards
they're
something.
8.
But,
Well, no. He's got
Mm.
2 fighter. He's got 2 fighter. Yeah.
Yep.
Because he's got 7 warlock and 2 fighter. I think it is.
I have some thoughts about that creature too. Like what we were saying earlier with the Nemesis and the molds. I have a feeling that it was a pet. And that it was
oh,
because like it was eating, you know, trash and stuff like that, and it's inside the like the fungus like sort of barrier. I think it was some kind of pet, you know, like a guardian.
Or guard dog.
Yeah, guard dog. Yeah, exactly.
so they're fucked. they made its master angry. Is what you're saying?
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, you know, the mushrooms. You know, Mycen doesn't get angry. You know, he just sings a little bit more aggressively. You know, starts telling a bastard to die.
But that's pretty much where the episode ended. Is right when they killed the monster.
Yeah.
Good portions there.
With Rena finishing off one of the tentacles with that axe, like that was cool. I had a little thing with like, you know, like, oh, it should have been a cold shot, but like Tyler was right. It was totally DM discretion with that. Like getting that nat 20 and being like, I want this positive thing out of it. And it was so good.
Yeah, he also did. He also did take that the negative. I think he said it wasn't going to be full damage or something like that.
Yeah, it wasn't going to do the crit damage. It was going to do the normal damage. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Nah, dude.
So that's a pretty cool compromise between that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Todd did do the rest of the damage.
He did more damage to the rest of the party than the monster did. Like,
yeah.
like he's the real monster.
I mean, you didn't know that from Addersfield?
Dude has a thing for fire. What can I say?
Oh. Also, who the hell wants to fight a poop monster up close, right?
Yeah, dude, breath must stink. Like,
So were the clothes after getting it burnt into them.
yeah, the poop.
Yep.
Who doesn't dry that quickly? I mean, come on, man. Like, it's like it's stained into your clothes. It's gonna take a while to wash out. I'm just like, oh, prestidigitation won't work then, I guess. It needs a dry
It's also
cleaning.
not just poop. It's a sewer. It's not just poop, too.
Yeah, true. Yeah, yeah.
True, yeah. By the way, I'm starting to think Doug hates prestidigitation.
Oh, 100%.
I'm starting to think he
Like with
that's
was it Elon using it all the time, or was it? Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. You know, just like I take it off and I put it in a bucket. That's how I clean myself. There's just a bucket everywhere.
At least it's a bucket and not a barrel. Every time he says barrel, I just get flashback back to that.
Wait, did Jin have to deal with that? Did she drink it? Oh no, you said no. You said no. She was a good person. She was smart enough not to touch anything.
Nope.
Yeah, I remember that. Okay.
She didn't touch anything.
Oh,
That doesn't mean I couldn't have a first row seat to the horror show.
oh man. I do want to give a quick shout out to Rena for that quick thinking, right? When she was moving the rocks, right after she finished moving the rocks, she was like, I found it. You didn't have to throw it. I was like, what the hell is she talking about? Until I realized she meant this, she was jumping back in her other character, her other persona.
Oh yeah, yeah. And then they started playing the married couple again. Yeah, That was really
Yeah.
good. Yeah, 100%.
It's like, yeah, because for a good couple of minutes, I was like, what the hell is she talking about? I guess from there we can pretty much jump into Warmonger.
Yeah.
This is episode 9, and we find out some more information on both Densho's and Shado's advisors, which I think everyone knows a bit about them, especially if you're in the chat on Discord, I think. So we can just jump straight into Varrix's council when he gets back to his tribe. The very first thing he asks about as soon as he gets back is the Kurok to the south. I spelled Kurok wrong. Realizing that now. To the Kurok to the south. With is his name Duxul or
Duxul, I think.
Duxul?
Yeah.
Duxul, yeah, that's the
he pretty
one
much
binary one.
Yeah. I don't know how to spell these people's names.
Like Doxy, but without the Y, it's got a UL.
But anyway, he was pretty much informing him that was the tribes to the south is the remnants of the Spearhead tribe, which
They got fucked.
Guessing maybe the Patreon.
Yeah, Patreon had some fun
so
with
you
them.
did see the Patreon.
Yeah. They're like the first tribe we had to go deal with. So I think one old guy was crippled, the young guy was shamed, and then the leader and his bodyguards all died. They all died. And then afterwards, Shade pops up in the middle of that, so they really didn't have an easy time of it.
Which is where the claims about them bringing Shades with them comes from. So Shades just popping up. I'm guessing that was back with the when we were allowed to give trump cards to that campaign on Scott's birthday. I think it was during where we just screwed over that whole Patreon group.
Yeah, someone had fun with Someone had fun bringing out undead, and so that's what happened. And we didn't suffer from it. We didn't suffer from it at all.
But the Spearhead tribe does. Okay.
And everyone else just got lucky.
So Duxul is basically just informs them that that's who they are, the remnants of the Spearhead tribe, and that they are looking for something, and that something happens to be Urzog.
Mm-hmm.
So and Varrix is basically like, yeah, we should go deal with that issue, and they're like, maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we need to slow our roll there for a little bit. But I'm looking forward to how that plays out, because now that we know that has a little bit to do with the Patreon, how they got screwed. The next issue brought up was the clan clashing with Kuchibashi is actually Akrum's former clan.
Yeah.
And they have a bit of a long discussion because one, Kuchibashi is their ally, and two, Akrum's clan is a lot stronger than Kuchibashi believes at the moment. With them, I think he said they own the western half of the rivers, with Zinquin owning the eastern half.
Yep.
Well, having claim over the eastern half of the rivers, so. And they do all the transporting for all the northern clans, so you just can't go up there attacking clans without proper claim.
I feel like that kind of changed Nick's plans. It's like, I want to be the River Lord.
I mean, it's pretty much been self-defense so far.
Yeah, true. Self-defense, yeah.
Right, self-defense. That's what we call it when you send your spy master over to someone else's clan. They constantly fuck up.
Nick.
To be fair, they started attacking their scouts before the spy master had to go there.
That was that was his scout's fault though. I believe that was like his scouts caused an issue. What is this, like session 3 or
I
whatever?
think they just bumped into each other and both hit an issue.
Oh, okay. Okay. So we won't blame Gutsubashi then.
We'll just blame next rolls.
Yeah,
100%.
we'll just blame those. Oh man. So yeah, they basically find out all that information, and Varys is saying, we need to inform Kuchibashi clan about this information so that he doesn't go starting wars that he will fail. I think the last thing they talk about is actually Sarush, and that's with him suggesting that with the clan. Now, I was a little bit confused at what clan they were talking about. Was this the clan that they were thinking about starving out a couple of sessions ago?
The northern one?
It's the one that they wanted to set the trade up with. I was a little bit confused of whether he was talking about the remnants of the Spearhead tribe or the that clan that they were talking about before.
I think Sarush was trying to set up like when they deal with the Spearhead tribe to like keep on pushing into the Barren Lands and setting up trade and like along with that like information centers in the Barren Lands.
Okay.
I think that's what she was setting up because Irithel's busy doing the spy work up the north.
Right.
Except for being called to go into the Barrenlands now.
Yeah, it's like we're taking the army in, and you're coming along with. No questions asked. Yeah, you good? Yeah, cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
all right. And dude's sitting there because didn't Irithel get like pushed off like a few sessions back?
Got
Where like
slapped.
because Irithel's the noble, right?
Yeah, he got full on slapped.
Yeah.
He got pimp slapped.
Poor guy, man. He's like that close to turning, you know.
Yeah. And Jake kind of has that effect on some of the advices he gets.
But I feel like that's what like Varys is trying to go with, like bringing Irithel into the Barren Lands, is saying like I'm treating you like this because this is where I came from. Like this is what we have to deal with. We can't just be like soft politically, you know. We have to be tough, and I feel like that's what he wants to kind of show is like this is me, you know. This is who you are serving.
Yeah, seeing as I want to try and take over that lake there, they're gonna have to be pretty tough because everyone wants that lake.
Yeah.
And there's some big groups out there that will do some serious fighting for that lake.
I do agree with you, Viking. That's the sense of that I had, because when he was proposing it, Jake didn't seem like he was being spiteful at Erithel. He didn't seem like he was being spiteful. He felt like, okay, you came from the northern tribes where everything is like happy-go-lucky, and it's basically parallel to somebody like Varys. Like it's like you don't have anything to worry about. I'm gonna show you what it's like and why I behave the way I behave. So yeah, I agree with you there. And that was the end of Varys' tribes. Tribe
a whole
meeting.
half hour of
And
Jake.
then we jump into
Dude,
I know,
look,
right?
during the
amazing.
session, right? Yeah, right. Like first off, half an hour. Like congratulations, man! Like you did it. You got your time on air. But second of all, like with what's coming up, we're talking about Tessel. Dude took like a whole hour and a half to do his whole council meeting. I'm like, he got 1/3 of the time. My boy.
Sel did happen to choose to bring everyone into the council as opposed to everybody else who just took the handful of like 4 or 5 people that were kind of skilled in the areas that they're going to be talking about.
Yeah, he rushed home from his adventure out in the woods with his tail between his legs, comes home, is just like, guys, I need everyone, sit down. I'm cursed. Someone's gonna kill me. Help.
Yeah. Unleashing the panic upon the council, yeah.
Oh,
He really did. Yeah, he hit the panic button. You know, code red, code red.
Oh man. I mean, that was. I can't fault him,
No,
but
absolutely
yeah,
not.
it was a little excessive. It was a little excessive. It was like maybe you should have got your magisters and your other people who know a little bit about magic, but yeah. Scott was like, "I hate you so much."
Opening up what, like 13 character sheets or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Oh man. And then with that weird glitch that both I and Rosin had like a couple weeks back, where Roll20 was just deleting our character sheets, and we basically had to start over.
Really? What?
Yeah, it did. It did
Yeah.
delete our character sheets. It deleted our stats because it kept asking us if we want to use the character mancer. Like it was our very first time opening the character sheet, and I was like, I've played this character at least 4 or 5 times now.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That was fun.
But yeah, so at least that didn't happen. That's all I'm
Yeah,
gonna say.
it's like opening them all up and like all of them are asking, "Do you want to use the character man?" So it's like, no, it's already hard enough as it is. Sell.
So yeah, they use they're trying to create items that can help them comprehend languages and such for dealing with the fire thing that Cell may or may not have got following him.
Yeah.
Yeah. An interesting point came out of this situation. So basically, they decide that they're going to trap the creature and then use what Steve was talking about, an item to be able to communicate with it. But the interesting point was what Jorman brought up after Tessel had revealed what his dreams were.
Yeah.
And that is that they found some salamanders in the mines near the volcano.
Cool. as soon as he said like, "Look like me, but not me," I was like, "Dude, wait, fire? Yes, salamanders. Gimme, gimme them." Oh,
That is so cool, dude. I can't wait to see what happens.
yeah.
Oh man.
And also, like, whatever magical instrument that they make to talk with the fire elemental will work with them as well, because it'll be ignorant both ways.
Yep.
Even if it's like language specific or not.
And then a little cool fact that we found out. I actually don't know if this is with other D&D worlds, but I think it is just with Scott's world. Is that lizard people? I'm lumping salamanders in with them. Tend to reshape the terrain to be more suitable for them if they move into an area that isn't already suitable for them, which is very interesting.
I mean,
like,
to be fair, everyone does that.
Yeah.
Kind of the point of building a house.
Yeah, but
it's the point of civilization, right? Like, you create your environment around you.
That's true, but I mean,
Yeah.
like Jorman was bringing up the point that like the people closest to him, I guess, so I would say, set up huge swamps or whatever. You know, that's what I meant by that, and that the salamanders make volcanoes.
Yeah, well, it was like whether or not the volcano was there because of the salamanders, or it was there before, and that's why the salamanders are there. You know? Yeah.
Right.
No, 100%. That will be interesting to talk about. You know.
But now that Steve has pointed that fact out, yes, it makes total sense. We tend to cut down forests just to make plains to build houses. Yep. Yeah. But the way I said it. Okay. Atelia is to go ahead and spy on the. Is that the Steel Clan or the Silver Clan? I think it's Steel.
Yeah, I think the East one's the Steel. Yeah.
Yeah, she's supposed to be going and spying and get more information on them. rather than just going up to talk to them like last time, like he sent his parrot out last time. Um,
Yeah.
and caused a diplomatic situation.
Was it a -5 or something to like future diplomatic relations?
Yeah, -5, -4. It's close
Something
enough.
like
I mean, -4 has been the usual. That if they've done really bad for it to be -5, oh wait.
Mm.
I mean, it is pretty bad though. It was really bad though. But at least Tessel's learning. Like he's like, yeah, we're not sending you over there. We don't need to.
Yeah, true. Because with the further issue with the scouts and stuff, and like using her to talk with the
Mhm.
Perrin.
Yeah, but that's after a certain other incident that was I enjoyed.
It is. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
True. And then we get Rima saying that there is a cultist about.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, all the rest of the advisors is like, why are you just throwing around the word cultist?
Meanwhile, I'm over here like, you mean everyone that follows Tessel's religion? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
See, now I took that as more of they agree with it.
yeah, yeah. It was like they agree with it, but they were like, it's a
Yeah.
bit harsh.
Right. Even though well, I don't know if all of them agree with it, because some of them were saying, okay, well, maybe we should at least hear her
Mhm.
out. Like, we shouldn't just send her away. So I think some of them were like, yeah, the broken chain's not that bad.
No, I think they're more like, oh, the broken chain's pretty important.
I just don't think all of them agree with Tessel. So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But that turned into a diplomatic incident. Tesla has a way of doing that, doesn't he?
Like,
Causing huge diplomatic incidents.
yeah, like I agree with his stance, but also
Gotta
he
say,
was
though,
told
I
like
agree with
she
Tessel
came
on
into the
that
city and like talked to an advisor. She was insulted and then told to wait.
Mm-hmm.
So like she's gonna come in there like already pissed off. So he has to expect to like try and calm things down. But no, it was just like it was like the third thing that he said was just like, "Nah, leave, thank you." Like, I regret to
Well,
inform you, no, please leave. I was like, oh, okay.
to be fair, she was insulting the advisor who insulted her.
Yeah.
But even the way she talked to Varix before was like, I'm the most important person in this land, bitch.
Yeah, just powerful businesswoman, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, business.
Yeah.
The business of murder. Chaos.
Yeah, is it really chaos though?
Not true chaos. Nothing like you, Steve.
Oh.
But then we have that huge argument between Sel and Delric of whether what he retrieved were beans or tea leaves. So...
We had one the same in our Patreon game. They said that it was green and Derek.
Really?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we did, didn't we? I forgot about that. Yeah. Well, you know our stance on the podcast is
Well,
tea is
Hashtag tea is for the strong.
So- from there, we pretty much
went into kingdom roles and had
some interesting points.
yeah, interesting points.
Yeah, it was
Yep.
the kingdom rolls,
Mhm.
but also Tessel. Going back to that meeting real quick. Tessel did talk himself into some kind of situation that I think now that he's kicked her out of the out of his clan, she's gonna go around and spreading that point that he brought up on himself. The fact that he's on the border of Paradel, and Paradel tends to have a mandate that all of its citizens must worship a certain goddess who everyone in the Barren Lands and Kajiksi is against. So,
And Gajinxi's a not set thing, but Barrenlands generally tends to be.
yeah,
But still, like his
It's definitely anyone in the Broken Chain that's set for.
yeah, and is like on the border of Paradel, who have their Inclame, and he has some like minor form of Inclame going, and she's sus of him. He doesn't let Vroga in. Like, there's so many things. And then what was the thing that happened afterwards as well? Like, he was that's in the Kingdom Rolls when he was nice to the parent soldiers too. You know, it's like, oh, doesn't look good, man. Doesn't look good. No.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe I should
man,
just join
he's in
Paradel
for
instead.
it,
You know, they'll let me in. We got Inclame anyways. It's nothing different.
Yeah. It's just so where are you going with all that land?
Yeah. Give me more land. It's mine.
Oh, that reminds me about give me my BB.
Give me my BP.
This one's
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
I'm glad that one went through.
Yeah. The important parts come through. That's. Oh dear.
yeah. So I think some of the last parts about Tessels was that we found out that Paradel's forces numbers are growing down there, and as they're patrolling a little bit more, and that it may become a problem in the future. And Naito brings that up because they need to deal with it pretty much immediately. So even though Tessel says that he's neutral, I honestly feel like he's chaotic good.
Yeah.
You can't tell me
Yeah.
otherwise, dude. he's like the most good character on the show. Yeah, we don't fight. We don't fight at all. We
first,
parlay
yeah.
first. He just feels bad about doing everything that Narin and Varix bring up. He's like, I don't know. That's
I mean, to be fair, he has done the worst actions though. He burnt down most of the forest.
but he didn't mean it.
It was a TC, man. It wasn't his fault.
Yeah, it's just like Laszlo dropping that seed in the lake.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he didn't mean that.
I'm pretty sure it's the same person too.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was.
Someone just has a thing against life.
Right? But like you were saying, Viking, that the way he seems to want to handle Paradel is going to make him look even more suspicious to a lot of the tribes in Kajinksi who tend to worship Roga. So,
Well, anyone that's particularly influenced by the Broken Chain, probably.
Yeah, definitely.
After that, we find out that they are a little unable to locate where the Salamander are after he sends his scouts there, and I think it was because of a role. Their trade is a bit strained, so at the moment, so yeah. Oh, and then from there, I think Nick just rolls at this point because they didn't have that much time for him to go into well, first off, he did his last week, and you know, they didn't have much time
Yeah.
left at this point because, like you said, it was like an hour and a half. Tesla. Oh.
To be fair, it was because they went straight into his Kingdom Rolls straight afterwards. So
Yeah, true. True,
that's
true.
come right up. Come in nice. Well, we had a unfortunate Spymaster roll, which if I was there probably wouldn't have been that bad. But I'm just saying that only had influences the luck.
Just pointed out, Nick said this was like her second to third time failing that roll.
Second time, yeah.
Oh.
So basically, just got to see the events that the scheme is made to do for Kuchibashi and Shadow, and we're expecting those for Densho next one.
Mhm.
Next on, rescuing the soldiers and Feywild sort of expanding sort of thing that Nick had to deal with.
Mhm.
And I think that's pretty much as far as we got, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was it.
Because they'll went to Densho next.
So this episode ran a little bit long, but 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 like I was saying, our first season 2 episode, we were hoping to change up the format a little bit so you get to know some of the some of our guests a little bit more. And like I was telling Viking before we started recording, I heard him and Shenny one day, right? I think it was right after Planeswalker episode, and they were having. I think a couple of people were on first, but then he and Shenny were like talking, and like I was like drawn in by the conversations they were having, so I was super hyped to get Viking on right after that because, like, first off, man, I didn't know you were a DM until that day.
Well, you know, there's always one in the friend group, you know, like
Yeah, that's cool, man. Like, because a lot of well, not I'm not gonna say a lot, but I think quite a few of the members who are like super active tend to be like the players or whatever. So I think it's pretty cool, and I would like to know a little bit about your campaign or like some cool events if it's just friends getting together. You don't have like a real theme to it.
well, so it is like just friends getting together, but like there is an actual like campaign like based around it. It's not
Mm-hmm.
set in so it's 5e, because you know it's easy for them because it's their first time playing a campaign. It's like my third time DMing like ever. Um, and so 5e, you know, it's easy. We get in there. It's based in, I want to say second edition, like timeline. So time of
Nice.
troubles, where like gods come down because AO's like no 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 because people stole some tablets, like very very old biblical kind of stuff. But essentially they're
Nice.
plopped in there and like there's just a lot of chaos going on, and they're trying to survive it. They're trying to do something to change it, and yeah, you know, I guess a cool event would be a last session, which was yesterday for me, um, where they encountered their first dragons ever. So like new players, and they're meeting their first dragons. So they're all level 8. And so I was like, all
Mm,
right, you can't be too hard, you know. And so I had 3 young dragons, and they also had um, like a guide with them as well, who's like part of a monster hunter corps of Cormier. So it's like based in the Heartlands,
nice.
and like they have a monster hunter army part, and is like a retired veteran guy's like, you know, I'll be your guide, blah blah blah. So they go in, he's guiding them and like leading them through. They find, you know, like where it's stealing cows from a local farm. They track it back to its burrow because they're purple dragons, and so they're burrowed under the ground because they're generally an underdark dragon. Um,
Hmm.
but these ones have been pushed to the surface for some reason, which they don't know yet. But there's 3 of them, and so you know they have their old fight and stuff like that. And my voice got real raspy from doing all the roaring, and so that was pretty fun. And God, they were so scared, dude. It was hilarious. But every time, like they dealt the killing blow, it was so good. So they got to kill their first dragons.
Yeah,
That was, I feel like, the
that's
highlight
cool.
so far. It's classic D&D monster. Because up to this point, it's been like, goblins. They fought a troll and some troll hounds, which I stole from Daleric. Because I saw the troll hounds, and I'm just like, I need to use those, and I got one of my characters infected with blood fire fever. Man, I did it! I was so excited. Oh. But yeah, like like there was that, but this was like classic, like staring down, dragons. So yeah, that was like the highlight, and that was literally yesterday. So yeah.
Well, you already answered my second question, dude. So that was super, super cool.
Hey man, like
Anyone try the animal handling one?
no, there is a ranger, but his animal companion was a giant frog. It got killed real quick because it can only swallow like small creatures, and I was like, I'm gonna go up and try and swallow them. I'm like, they're medium sized. It's like, fuck. Instantly, they just started eating him and ripping him apart, and so his companion's dead now. So that's great.
Oh man.
It's what happens when you choose a soft, squishy frog. Like, anyways, yeah, dude.
Great for goblins, not so great for dragons.
It was so good for goblins. He ate like 3 of them.
Well, I was also going to ask you because you guys were talking about this right after that, during that little conversation you guys were having. What is your favorite villain? And like, I'm not going to say just D&D. I'm going to say, overall.
Like Aurorum or like D&D?
Let's say, you know what? Let's go to Aurorum
Yeah.
first. Yeah. Let's say Aurorum.
I have to say my favorite so far. It's got to be Cadus. Yeah, it really does. Because for me, Regicide up to that point, they hadn't been challenged in that way before. Like it was like there's a tank, you go it, you beat it, they die. Like it was always like the end goal was killing them because they were bad. And then this guy comes up and he says, you're killing people. People are dying because of what the actions that you made. What are you trying to do here? I need to take you in for justice. I'm asking you these questions. It made them think. They essentially got stopped in their tracks. There wasn't a bounty hunter causing fear like Kudan, even though that was amazing. Like I loved the fear that they felt from that. But Kudan wasn't someone that they could just go up and have a punch out with. It was someone that they had to have a conversation with, and he won consistently. So it's got to be Kate, and also like he evolved to become, he's now a hero essentially. He's no longer a villain. Right. He had character development to him.
Yeah, he's essentially one of the party's like closest allies. So yeah,
100%.
Cool. Like they trust him.
Yeah. And that's like the sign of a good villain for me is like they have the character, they have the convictions behind them. And that's like one of the things that I like about like the way that Scott builds his world as well, is like the story writing and like the thought and depth behind the characters. So, yeah, I try to bring that into my stuff. Doesn't always work.
Hey man, you said it was like your 3rd time, so this dude's got like
yeah, this dude's got like hang on, wait, he's over 100, right? His daughter said he's over 100, so he's got like 90 years at least of experience, DMing.
Apparently he's been doing it since he was 7 too.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Over 90 years.
It takes time, You'll get it when you're 93.
I'll wait until I start getting greys in my beard, and then I'll be like, yeah, I'm ready. Oh, dear.
Still aware of that myself.
What about your favorite D&D or Pathfinder or any villain you've come across?
You gotta love your Illithids. that, like, it's like, I think you were discussing it in the last episode as well. Like, there's such a classic, like with the intellect devour, there's such a classic D&D staple. So yeah, it's got to be Illithids for me. You just have a hive mind of pure alien, minds. Yeah.
They want to eat yours.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah, they're so horrifying because, like, once their players find out their abilities, or like they fight someone who may have had an intellect devourer, or like you know, I can't think of the word. The ones, God, mind flare taking over somebody's brain or whatever. It's like, oh shit. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to fight that thing. Like, even if the party is equipped to fight it, they're still very wary about letting that thing get its tentacles on them.
Yeah, 100%.
So,
Face
yeah.
huggers, man. Don't want to kiss that one. No thanks. Go away.
I have to say, you made the correct choice with your system, though, because I think I said this like in the first session, first episode. I decided to go with 2E, and even though I'm enjoying it and my players like the customization, it is their first time, so they're like very like because I have a player who's never played Dungeons and Dragons, but he's always wanted to play Dungeons and Dragons, but he knows Dungeons and Dragons from like first and second edition, where you always carry a 10-foot pole with you and you don't open the door without
just like poking it in things, just like this is like you don't have a high fine trap skills, and so you're just tapping every stone.
Yep, that
takes you an hour to walk like 50 feet.
If only Nathan had that. If only Nathan had that.
Dude, like for my session, like he was like, okay, I want to investigate the door, and I'm like, because they were in a mansion, right? So he was like, I want to investigate the door, and I'm like, okay, roll an investigation check or whatever. I forget what it is, but I think it's perception check. But like, roll a perception check or whatever. So he rolled the perception check, and I was like, okay, do you want to like listen and put your ear up against the door to see what like who's listening? He's like, why would I put my ear up against the door? That's terrible. That's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Like,
what if it's a mimic? You never know. Put it up, your ear is stuck as you pull it away. Ah!
Like he
is stuck and the mouth just claps around.
Yep. That's the wrong kind of tonguing you want in your ear, man.
It got so ridiculous. I felt like I had to put traps in the mansion because I was like, dude, this is a mansion. People live here. They're not gonna trap every door. But he kept checking for traps, so
just
I was
the one
like,
you least expect.
He kept
KingMaker did it, man.
Yeah, they're right. You're right. Listen. So it got so bad I felt like I had to put traps in just to like appease him. I was like, you did it, buddy. You found the trap. But
congratulations.
But it actually led to like this cool interaction where he failed a and that system is called thievery check, but he failed a thievery check to like disable a trap. So it was, and instead of like just poisoning him or something, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make it so that your blood is now on that needle, and that the person can trace you because you stole what was from them. So it led to this cool interaction where I was like, so I'm enjoying DMing. Like,
yeah, it's
even
a hard
if it was
job,
the first
though.
time. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you a player only, Steve?
So far, yeah. I'm just working with, real life work is just
yeah.
It's too much for a mental drain.
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
It's like it's a lot of physical drain, but it's also the mental one because I'm always doing really fast maths, and people are like, "How they keep doing really fast maths?" It's like, I'm having to do it every day for freaking 8 or 9 hours a day.
Yeah.
I hear you though, dude. I worked 60 hours this week, and I was like, no session this week, guys. I'm tired. I am tired. But Viking, are you the always DM or for the forever DM as people like to say? I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. I've become the forever DM. The first time I ever tried to play with this friend group, like we did two one shots like
Mhm.
a few years apart. First time, uh, yep, I was the DM. Second time, I was the DM. This time we're doing an actual campaign. I'm the DM. Um, but this time it's serious though, guys. Like it's a campaign. Like there's time. There's a calendar. Like we're doing shit. Whereas like the one shots, it was just like, one of them wanted to play a goat, and I was like, yeah, sure, you're a goat. You're a sentient goat. There you go. Whereas this time, I'm like, nah, it needs to be real characters. Give them a background.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
I am the forever DM. I want to hand over the reins like soon. Once I like find a point in this campaign where it feels like a good like season ending, I wanna give one of my other mates a chance to do it because he's always wanted to DM,
That's
but
cool, dude.
he just doesn't know the rules.
Ah,
Like I don't know. It was like small things though, like not knowing the difference between demons and devils, um, and like how they act and stuff like that. But that's just stuff that you learn as you go along.
right,
So
right, right.
I'd be excited to be an actual player again. It's been too long.
Well, let me let's jump back to a little bit more of Aurorum stuff. So, what are some events or like cool things you would like to see out of any of the campaigns that we've reached up so far? And then I'm going to ask you, and I'll give you a little bit of time to think, what has
Mhm.
been your favorite moment so far?
Okay, all right. So in terms of what I want to see, I'm really excited for Warmonger.
Mm.
Like, there's so many things that are ready to happen, and like even at the end of last session, Scott was like, Jake, you can't do your roles again, because stuff's happened. I'm just like, God, give my boy my roles. But at the same time, I'm like, I understand. Like, they've done a foray into Eldamar.
Mm-hmm.
Like they got stuff in the south of the Barren Lands that they're getting ready to do, and then Cell's sitting there worried about this fire demon coming around. So like, I'm excited I really want to see more Barren Lands because I'm not part of the Patreon campaigns, and
Right.
I don't know any of that stuff. So I really want to see more of that.
I'm with you. I
And like
haven't
I
seen
kind of want.
Barrelines either.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Only
yeah.
Steve then.
I have, but then I left because the system kept giving me migraines.
Yeah.
Even in the Patreon game, well, the one I play in, we're still in a deer, and so we're changing stuff in a deer. But I would love to see
Mm,
more Barrelines stuff.
yeah.
Ah,
And I also want to see you guys raised it last episode as well. I want to see the greatest guy come back. Like when he goes through the door and is teleported out of there with the axe, which is a good axe. Like I want to see
yeah,
what he
dude.
does when he's there. Like he's got this symbol which is like already from the Barren Lands, like it's a Barren Lands axe.
Yep. Yep.
And it's just like, yep, I'm here. I'm ready to
Made out
rule.
of living metal that's going to repair itself.
Yep, right.
I may have to just like save up and play like a TC for that. Oh man, that would be so cool.
Well, it needs to fit in the timeline, right? Like
Right,
they're
right, right. Because they're 2 years.
five months in.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're 2 years behind, right? Of what happened in.
Yeah, so they're 5 months in, and so like
yeah.
it's only like another half a year before that's like what happened in Kingmaker. Like that's
Mhm.
about then was like a year ago in game. So it's not that long until he appears in the Barren Lands.
Yeah.
So that's like my thing that I want to see happening, for that.
I mean, seeing as how I played a trump card to set up a trap in the Devil Keep, I suppose you could play a trump card in order to.
Dude, I
set
played
that
Yeah.
to happen.
I was gonna say that also. I was gonna say I played a Fortune's Favor that never got to play out because it would have been so far in the future for Kingmaker at the time. So it was like
Mhm.
I don't want to spoil it just in case Scott ever does bring it back up, but I don't think he is. So because Ravina was the only person who knew about the devils in the beginning, she was going to be
Mm.
suspicious about them all, like if they ever found out that there might be a coup or something. So she was supposed to be setting up a hidden force that is extremely loyal to the chosen.
Wow.
But we never got to see that play out.
That's a boon for Patreon, man. That's gone straight to us. Speaking of which, so when are we gonna reinstate the ban on Lady Erevel, huh? Yeah.
Too late. I don't think
Like,
we
I feel
can.
like, bad timing.
You know,
Scott totally planned that though.
Yeah.
Scott totally planned that. Like
Yeah.
you know that's what he wanted. He was like, all right, so I'm gonna do 1 month with Patreon, you know, and that's that. And then the next session is just like, yeah, no, you chose the wrong thing.
I mean, did you really expect Jake to go anywhere else? Did you really expect that sort of character to go anywhere else with being told that information and being told they can give one message?
Right.
That's why I'm
Absolutely.
so excited for that for the Inclement campaign, because I want to see what the hell Jake is gonna do now that he has to be part of Paradel. Jake, it seems like Jake hates Paradel with a passion.
Well, we already know he's gonna be another half orc, like, because that's every character he plays.
Oh man.
Yeah, just totally needs some more variety, like half elf and hobgoblin, right? Just he only needs just 2 more.
Right.
Because that's basically all I play.
What was he? And then for like Regicide, I kind of want to see a rebellion restart. That's what I'd want out of Regicide, would be a restart of a rebellion. Or like whatever Cadus is doing in that section of
Yeah.
It would be cool to see
either of those two.
It would be cool to see that. Yeah. Also, I have a villain there that nobody's ever seen.
Spoilers.
Dude, I don't even think we'll ever get to see that guy.
No. I mean, knowing how they treat their friendly NPCs, man. Like...
Yeah, so they were given the opportunity to have 5 contacts, or their 5 advisors, sort of characters, sort of things. They left 2 to die in the gate, and they didn't. They only really talked with one of them.
I'm not gonna lie. I gotta do like that. They kind of brush off some of the people, only because it seems like it gives them a little bit more breathing room for like stuff to happen.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, I kind of agree, because like sometimes it seems like Jake wants to do something, but then with like Varix, it's like even last episode, he kind of wanted to do something, and then he was like, I should probably listen to my advisors. So it is like the advisors are definitely a boon, but sometimes it seems like it holds back some people's RP. And I think especially with Tyler's not as new, but when he started he was definitely new, and then Rena was brand new. So I think having them to be able to like learn how to RP first without having all that constraint on them.
Yeah,
is
I mean, those are the same thing with like me and my campaign. Like all of my players were new to D&D, and so just trying to get them into, like, they had to learn the combat system first, and then they had to learn how to RP, and then I started introducing characters. You know, it's a whole evolution thing. But you know, like they've come so far, and Tyler's so invested in D&D now.
Yeah.
Like how many other campaigns? Like he's in Roll for it. Like he was in Maggie's campaign at one time. Like this is crazy, and he really wants Pathfinder.
He's also trying to barge his way in on LI still.
Yeah.
It's like, let me in.
Oh man. Personally, I'm just waiting for seeing what we get with Inclement, because I've still got to drop that fiend in.
Yes. Yeah, give it to Paradel. Yeah.
Yeah, right. I was gonna say
Paradel needs something bad to happen to them.
Way I see it, I don't really see it fitting too well with Warmonger. It'd be way too easy doing our Regicide, and I don't know what Inclame is going to be like, so I'm waiting to see what Inclame is going to be like before I make a decision.
I mean, I'm assuming it'll be like the same protection period for like the first 3 sessions, anyways, before you would even be able to like consider doing it, and that'll give you time to see what they're like. See what's going on.
Have you started thinking of like what kind of devil or demon or anything like that it's gonna be? Have you looked in the monster manual yet? Is what I'm asking.
I've already got that.
It's a Bartor, like.
Oh man, I can't wait to see. Oh, but I think
all I'll say is I'm looking heavily at the devils more now because I was rather disappointed with the demons.
Yeah,
I hear you.
It was between devil and demon, and I think I'm going to go with devil.
They're more fun. Like you can get some RP out of them too.
Yeah.
They won't just crush you as soon as they appear.
Give me blood. Yes, I am demon.
I think that's it, sir. It's amazing having you on. I would love to have you on again. Like, dude.
I'm honored to have been given this opportunity to represent Australia. As True Blue. I would have bought a can of VB, but they all taste like shit. So like, I can't. I'll only do so much. All right, like. Yeah, no, it's been an honor, and yeah, that's cool. Thanks to you guys for bringing me on.
Anytime, bro. Anytime. Like, if something happens during the campaigns and you're like, I need to discuss this, just shoot me a message.
Anything with Sarush, dude. Sarush. Ooh, I'm so excited.
Oh man,
love her.
This is a really fun episode. As usual for our call outs, T for the strong, hashtag T for the strong.
Hashtag T for the strong.
Post your scooters. We don't need
scoot.
It's getting harder out there for a scooter gang with Delric over here batting
with the oppression.
Exactly.
The silencing of our voices.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it's been 6 new variants every single time he's had to go block.
Arno sneaks it in there though with adding like weird characters here and there that like don't pick up on the system. It's so good.
Oh man. So once again, guys, thank you for joining us, for listening and all your support. Thank all of the players. We're super excited to see what Inclame has in store for us. And thank you, Delric. One day we hope to be able to get to your 100 years of wisdom on DMing.
One day.
All right, guys. Hope your families are doing well and stay safe. Have a great week.